Video is dedicated for batch 4. They are trying to do PMP before 9th of July and every other of my student. Stakeholder is someone who is important in the project. You identify them through expert judgment, focus group, facilitated workshop, document analysis, OPS, EEF, and then you put in the stakeholder register. Then you categorize them upward, downward, inward, sidewards. Once you have categorized the stakeholder, the next step is prioritize. We use power interest matrix where we prioritized high power, high interest, we manage them closely. High power, low interest, we keep them satisfied. Low power, low interest, we monitor them. Low power, high interest, we keep them informed. Stakeholder register is updated, then we go to planning. We make stakeholder engagement plan, which is all about two things: strategies required to engage the stakeholder and stakeholder engagement metrics. We check what is the current engagement level of the stakeholder and what is the desired engagement level of the stakeholder. We change from current to desired using the strategies in the stakeholder engagement plan. This is approved by the governance board or sponsor. Once that is approved, we make a communication management plan. Communication is all about 4 hours of communication. Right information at right time to right people to have right impact. Who needs the information? When they need the information? Why they need the information? How the information will be communicated? How we will transfer them, store them. Everything goes into communication management plan. We identified pull, push, interactive, which form of communication will be used. Remember, face-to-face communication is always the best communication that we can use. Then we talk about the team management plan. That is resource management plan. How to acquire the resources, how do you develop, how do you manage, and how do you control those resources. You see, as a project manager, the most important thing is to use your emotional intelligence, which consists of self-awareness, self-management, social skills, motivational theories, and empathy. And in the motivation, I need to know Maslow hierarchy of need. That is kind of a cornerstone. Like identify what needs people have and fulfill them. Once I have emotional intelligence and I identify the level of conflict, is it the first stage problem to solve, disagreement, contest, or level 4 crusade or world war? I use the conflict management techniques like problem solving, win-win situation, or avoiding lose-lose situation, or compromising where both parties give up something, or I force a solution which is a win-lose solution, or smoothing like delay the conflicts of some other time, or accommodate whatever you say is the right thing. We identify that, and I manage the entire team using Tuckman ladder. Forming a team is new. Storming, I have to manage the conflict. Norming, they start understanding habits of each other. Or ideal stage, performing. Now everyone knows what to do, how to do. Or adjourning. The team is managed according to these stages. Now, at each stage, there's a different type of leadership style. At forming stage, you make a team charter, which is actually a combination of ground rules, which is a combination of every single thing like vision, values, how to handle conflicts. Here, project manager act as autocratic in nature. He act as autocratic in nature. At storming, you need to act like as a servant leader, where you understand each and every single member requirements, how the team members are going to behave. You train them, you retrain them, and making sure they are on the right stage. Never fire their team member. Write down in your notes. Once they move from storming to performing stage, to norming stage, still they are not at an ideal stage, but they are not having a day-to-day conflict. Here, as a project manager, I need to understand, keep supporting them, act like a mentor. Finally, when they reach at the performance stage, set aside, deal as a lessons fire management, hands off approach, let them do their thing. At adjourning, they are confused, help them, guide them. Throughout this stage, we use resource management plan plus RACI, who's responsible, accountable, consultant form, and RAM, only the responsibility part. RAM is basically responsibility assignment matrix and resource calendar. When the resources will come, when they will leave, what are the timings or the dates for them. We make these 3 plans: stakeholder plan, communication plan, resource management plan. This talks about how to manage the team. This is your people domain in summary. If you understand these 3, stakeholder, communication, and team, that is resource management plan, you can handle most of the question. Next video I'll give it to you for agile. Do put in the comment, did you love it or you don't love it.